Hola, me llamo Kelsey. Estoy en el segundo año de la maestría de psicología.
Hola, me llamo Carla Iris Williams. Estoy en mi segundo año de mi maestría en psicología.
Mi nombre es Clarisa García y yo soy una estudiante de segundo año completando mi doctorado en psicología clínica aquí en la Universidad de Denver.
My favorite part really came down to spending it with Kelsey and Clarissa, and I felt like we all come from these different backgrounds and contexts, and so it was so fun to get to experience that with them, and how do we navigate this different culture and then still come together and share these similarities.
So I really enjoyed visiting the CET, which was el Centro de Educación y Trabajo, or the Center of Education and Work. So it was kind of like an open prison where the purpose of it was to help reintegrate these individuals back to society by offering, for example, trainings, or they would get certain certifications and they have the opportunity to go outside and to pursue their education or to work. So I think it was an amazing model of, and something I was really proud of seeing that something like that exists there.
One of my favorite parts was going to Servicio Médico Legal, which was a forensic location, and so we got to sit in with different people that were doing interviews with those that have committed different crimes. But we also got to sit and kind of just ask questions and talk about their legal system and how psychologists kind of work with their legal system. And I specifically got to ask a lot of questions about juveniles, which is a big passion of mine. And so it was just really cool to see how Chile treats juvenile offenders in comparison to the United States, because they have a lot more systemic approach and they tend to look at things on a familial level and the juvenile's environment and kind of see what they can tweak and adjust and make strengths for the family instead of problems.
And it also taught me how hard it was to navigate this whole different country, a whole different language, and not my first language. So it really highlighted how difficult it must be for immigrants and minority populations to live here in the U.S. where English isn't their dominant culture.
Something really valuable from this experience personally is that I think we are so used to, or at least myself, to think that the United States is way more advanced than Latin American countries in particular. We tend to think that here there's more advanced services or more efficient, and actually that's part of the reasons why I came to the US for school, because I wanted to get the best training that I could. And so I think we, or at least myself, are so used to thinking that everything in Latin America is less than. It's less advanced, less efficient. And going to Chile and seeing the amazing services that are out there just helped me realize, like, wait, there are actually amazing things that we can learn from them. They're doing great things that we are not seeing here, and it was really refreshing to see that.
I think one of the biggest understandings personally that I gained out of this was understanding what it's like to have a second language barrier. I had been out of the country to a couple other Latino countries actually in the past, but I never really saw it through that lens of how hard it can be when you're speaking a second language to understand and to show people that you are understanding, or maybe when you're not understanding it. In Chile, I just kind of didn't feel like I was as smart as I feel in the US when I'm speaking English, but that doesn't change my intellectual ability, and so that's going to be the same for other people coming here that are learning English as a second language. Just because they might not sound as intellectually capable as they are in their first language, that doesn't mean they're not. And so that's been a really good understanding for me to gain.
I hope that as I progress professionally, I'm able to keep working with people like Clarissa and Kelsey and Hetty, and moving forward the people that share the same passion as me, and we can keep moving towards this similar goal. It's like, how can we make our work more available to these people? How can we highlight their strengths and empower them? How can we get more people on board for something we feel so passionate about? And I mean, as my goal as a clinician is to make mental health care services available to everyone, regardless of their ethnicity or race or background. And so we really got to get everybody on board and keep sharing our passion with each other and moving forward professionally.